Mick Foley is a retired professional wrestler, author, and stand-up comedian best known for his time in WWE and his exceptional contributions to the world of wrestling. Born Michael Francis Foley on June 7, 1965, in Bloomington, Indiana, he grew up in a family that was not initially involved in wrestling. However, Foley's early love for the sport came from watching wrestling on television, particularly the likes of Jimmy Snuka and Hulk Hogan. He idolized them and dreamed of one day making it big in the industry. Foley's wrestling journey began when he attended college at the State University of New York at Cortland, where he studied to become a teacher. During his time there, he trained at a local wrestling school under the guidance of Dom DiNucci, a former wrestler. After completing his training, he ventured into the independent circuit in the mid-1980s, performing for various wrestling promotions. In 1991, Foley made his debut in the World Wrestling Federation, WWF, now WWE, under the ring name Cactus Jack. His gritty, hardcore style set him apart from many other wrestlers of the time. Though initially a mid-card talent, his brutal matches and willingness to take extreme risks captured the attention of fans and fellow wrestlers alike. He quickly gained a reputation for his willingness to put his body on the line, which was particularly evident in his hardcore matches. His use of weapons, including chairs, barbed wire, and thumbtacks, helped define the hardcore wrestling style. Foley's character evolved over the years. In the early 1990s, he gained more recognition as a part of WCW World Championship Wrestling, where he became known for his savage, brawling style. However, it wasn't until he joined WWE in 1996 that Foley truly reached the heights of fame. He was introduced to WWE audiences as Mankind, a deranged and disturbed character with a dark, psychotic personality. Mankind's persona resonated with fans, and Foley's commitment to playing the character was unmatched, as he wore a mask and often showed up with a disheveled look. His first major storyline was against the legendary Undertaker, which led to one of the most memorable matches in wrestling history, the infamous Hell in a Cell match at the 1998 King of the Ring pay-per-view. In this match, Foley took unimaginable punishment, including being thrown off the top of the cage by the Undertaker, falling through the structure and crashing through the ring. He continued to endure horrific physical pain throughout his career, but it was his resilience and tenacity that endeared him to fans and earned him widespread respect in the wrestling world. Mick Foley's success was not just defined by his brutal matches, but also by his remarkable ability to reinvent himself. As Mankind, he captured the WWE Championship by defeating The Rock at the 1999 Royal Rumble. The win was a crowning achievement in Foley's career, symbolizing his hard work, determination, and love for the business. In 1999, Foley also embraced the role of Dude Love, a more lighthearted, free-spirited persona, which showcases versatility as a performer. The three characters of Cactus Jack, Mankind, and Dude Love were all distinct but represented different facets of his wrestling persona. Foley's career was marked by memorable feuds and matches. He famously had a heated rivalry with The Rock, which was a cornerstone of the Attitude Era in WWE, which was filled with edgy content, controversial storylines, and larger-than-life personalities. Foley and The Rock's I Quit match at the 1999 Royal Rumble remains one of the most brutal and captivating matches in wrestling history. Despite the pain he endured, Foley always gave his all in every match, earning him a reputation as one of the toughest competitors to ever step into the ring. By the early 2000s, Mick Foley had firmly established himself as a main event talent in WWE. However, in 2000, he decided to take some time away from wrestling to focus on other projects, including writing. He authored several best-selling memoirs, including Have a Nice Day, A Tale of Blood and Sweat Socks, which became a huge success and offered fans a deeper look into his life, career, and the world of professional wrestling. Despite stepping away from full-time wrestling, Foley occasionally returned for special appearances in WWE. His presence was still felt in the ring, and he became a beloved figure in the WWE universe. He made appearances as a special guest referee, manager, and general authority figure, all while maintaining his signature humor and charm. In 2013, Foley was inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame, a testament to his extraordinary impact on the business. His legacy in professional wrestling continues to be celebrated by fans and peers alike, who remember his fearlessness, dedication, and passion for the sport. Outside the ring, Foley has been active in philanthropy, contributing to various charitable causes, particularly those related to children and families. He is also an advocate for mental health awareness, sharing his personal struggles with depression and his journey towards self-acceptance. His openness about his mental health has endeared him to many fans who admire his bravery in addressing such a sensitive issue. Mick Foley's life story is a testament to resilience, innovation, and the pursuit of passion. He will forever be remembered as one of the most iconic and influential figures in professional wrestling history. Whether it was through his shocking matches, his relatable persona, or his dedication to his craft, Foley's contribution to the industry is undeniable, and his place in wrestling history is secure. After his induction into the WWE Hall of Fame in 2013, Mick Foley continued to maintain a connection with the wrestling world while pursuing other interests. His role as an author expanded, with him writing more books, including children's books, and continuing to tour as a stand-up comedian. His comedic style often included stories from his wrestling days, giving fans a behind-the-scenes look at the chaos and humor that came with his career. Foley's storytelling ability became one of his strongest assets, with his wit and charm transcending the wrestling ring and earning him admiration from audiences in different entertainment circles. Foley also became an influential voice in the realm of social media, where his thoughtful and sometimes humorous posts allowed him to connect with fans in a new way. His insights into wrestling, as well as his personal life, made him a relatable figure to many. His posts were often balanced with serious commentary, from advocating for social causes to sharing his personal experiences, particularly with mental health. He frequently used his platform to spread messages of positivity, compassion, and self-acceptance, and his fans have often applauded him for being one of the more grounded and humble figures in the entertainment industry. Even after leaving the ring full-time, Foley's influence in wrestling remained strong. He made periodic appearances in WWE, acting as a special guest, commissioner, or even as a manager. These cameos were always well-received, as his characters from the past, especially Mankind and Cactus Jack, were beloved by fans. WWE utilized his legendary status and connection to the past to help elevate newer talents, and his appearances often served as a reminder of how much the industry had changed over the years. One of the more memorable moments in the latter part of his career came during WWE's Attitude Era reunion shows, where Foley was called back to participate in significant storylines. In 2016, he was appointed as the general manager of Raw, a role that brought him back into the spotlight as an authority figure, where he brought back elements of his past personas while also navigating the modern-day roster. His dynamic with Stephanie McMahon, his on-screen counterpart, was a central point of the Raw brand during this time. Foley's legacy also found its way into the world of independent wrestling, where he was highly respected and admired by younger wrestlers who saw him as an icon. His hardcore style and commitment to storytelling paved the way for many modern wrestlers, particularly in promotions that emphasize high-risk and innovative wrestling. Foley was often seen at indie shows, either as a mentor or a guest, offering advice and guidance to rising stars. His willingness to help and encourage others showcased his love for the industry, even beyond his time in the spotlight. Though his body paid a high price for the brutal matches he participated in, Foley has remained a beloved and enduring figure in the wrestling world. His involvement in the creation and growth of the hardcore wrestling style cannot be overstated. The danger he invited into the ring, particularly through his use of weapons, extreme matches, and high-flying stunts, left a lasting imprint on professional wrestling as a whole. His ability to push boundaries with no regard for personal safety transformed how wrestling fans viewed athleticism and storytelling in the sport. Even as Foley's in-ring career concluded, his contributions to professional wrestling continued to be recognized. Wrestlers, fans, and industry professionals all acknowledge Mick Foley's incredible sacrifice for the sport and his determination to provide entertainment no matter the cost to his own health. Foley's enduring legacy is evident not only in the impact he made through his wrestling career, but also in how he continues to influence wrestling through mentoring, writing, and his various charitable endeavors. His life outside of wrestling, his advocacy, and his personal growth have added a dimension to his character that goes far beyond the ring. As of today, Mick Foley continues to be an inspiration to those who aspire to greatness in the world of entertainment and beyond. His resilience in the face of adversity, coupled with his passion and love for wrestling, has solidified his place as one of the all-time greats in professional wrestling history. Fans who remember him for his crazy matches and extreme stunts are just as likely to recognize him for his warmth, kindness, and the legacy of mentorship and support he has provided to countless individuals. Mick Foley is not just a wrestling champion. He is a champion of the human spirit. Mick Foley's influence has extended well beyond the wrestling ring, and as time goes on, his impact on the industry and beyond only grows more significant. As one of the most beloved and respected figures in wrestling, he has often used his platform to raise awareness on various causes that matter deeply to him. His advocacy for mental health, for example, has been particularly important. Foley has been open about his own struggles with depression and has spoken out to destigmatize mental health issues, encouraging others to seek help and not suffer in silence. By sharing his personal experiences, he has been able to connect with fans who may be facing similar challenges, further solidifying his status as an empathetic and relatable figure. Foley has also dedicated significant time and effort to charity work. His charitable endeavors have focused on a variety of causes, with a special emphasis on children's hospitals, poverty alleviation, and supporting families in need. He is known for his tireless efforts to give back to the community, often organizing fundraising events, auctions, and other initiatives to support those less fortunate. His involvement in these charitable efforts has earned him the admiration not only of wrestling fans, but also of the broader public who see him as someone who uses his fame and resources for good. In addition to his charity work, Foley remains an active public speaker, sharing his journey with audiences across the globe. Through keynote speeches, podcasts, and interviews, he continues to motivate others to pursue their passions despite the odds. Whether he is discussing the importance of storytelling in wrestling or offering advice on overcoming adversity, Foley's words resonate deeply with audiences, inspiring people to take risks, be kind, and always strive for greatness. Foley's ability to transcend the world of professional wrestling and branch out into other forms of entertainment has shown just how multifaceted he truly is. His foray into stand-up comedy, where he blends humor with personal stories, allows audiences to see another side of him, one that doesn't just involve being a hardcore wrestling icon, but also someone who can make people laugh, think, and reflect. His comedic timing, paired with his vast life experiences, has made him a sought-after speaker and entertainer in a variety of contexts. In recent years, Foley has continued to remain involved with WWE, both in front of and behind the camera. As a Hall of Famer, he occasionally makes guest appearances, whether for special matches, shows, or interviews. His legacy in WWE is constantly honored, and his connection with the fans remains as strong as ever. Despite the evolution of the wrestling landscape, Foley's influence is still felt in modern WWE, with newer generations of fans discovering his incredible body of work. Through his work in WWE, his books, charity efforts, and public appearances, Mick Foley's career has become a testament to the idea that one can leave a lasting legacy not only by doing great things within their chosen profession, but also by using their success to uplift others. His willingness to risk everything for the sake of the business, his tenacity, and his love for wrestling have made him a cultural icon, not only for wrestling enthusiasts, but also for a global audience who sees him as a man of principle, passion, and kindness. As he continues to age, Foley's role within the wrestling world may not be as active as it once was, but his contributions to the sport and culture will never be forgotten. His legacy is secured, not just through his titles and accomplishments, but through the indelible mark he has left on the hearts of his fans. Mick Foley will always be a symbol of what it means to give your all, to persevere despite obstacles, and to inspire others to do the same. His name is forever etched in the annals of professional wrestling history, and his story remains one of the greatest in the sport.